Hey guys, it's Ingrid, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make one of my favorite recipes. It is a California chicken salad because I am a California girl. I was born and raised here, and one of my favorite things to do is go to the farmer's market on Sundays. And when I get back, I want to make something with the fresh ingredients that I just purchased. So this is one of the creations that I make pretty regularly, but it's easy to customize, and here's what you're gonna need. We have some chicken, olive oil, balsamic vinegar, Swiss chard, baby spinach, arugula, clementines, salt and pepper, some garlic seasoning, avocado, and some raspberry preserves. I'm gonna use garlic seasoning to spice up the chicken here, but if you don't have a garlic seasoning, you could use fresh garlic and salt and pepper, and that would work perfectly. If you don't have garlic, you could just use salt and pepper. It's super simple. You can use whatever you like. So I'm just sprinkling this over the top, and this has salt in it, so I don't need to add any extra salt because a little bit of this goes a pretty long way. I have one side of this chicken seasoned, and I have a pan back there heated up over medium heat with a little bit of olive oil in it, and I'm just gonna take this chicken over, place it seasoned side down, and then season the other side. So, there we go. Grab our seasoning here. So the chicken is finishing up back there, and now I'm going to be working on the raspberry dressing. And this is something that I completely made up. My boyfriend wanted a raspberry dressing because he likes fruitier things. So I was like, well, I'm gonna have to work with what we have. So I just take a little bit of olive oil, depending on how much salad you have and how wet you like them to be, that's gonna determine how much olive oil you want, but I usually use a few tablespoons and just eye it. Don't worry about measuring. This isn't about being exact. So what you can do to kind of gauge the tablespoons is count the seconds that you're pouring. So I poured for about 2 to 3 seconds, and that will equal about 2 to 3 tablespoons. Then for the balsamic vinegar, you just want a little bit, not too much, about that much, maybe half a tablespoon. I'm gonna add in a little bit of salt and pepper, just a sprinkle, and this helps balance out the sweetness from the raspberries that we're gonna be using. Okay, so I think my chicken's ready. I'm gonna turn off the heat here and bring it off the heat so it can cool. And in the meantime, I'm going to be continuing the dressing, and all I need is the raspberry preserves. And you can use strawberry, you can use whatever you have in your refrigerator. I just really like the flavor of raspberries. It also tastes really good on toast. So I'm going to use about a spoonful of this. I just kind of eye it as I go, and I just taste it, and if I feel like it needs more of one ingredient, that's what I go with. So here we have the mixture, and I'm just gonna take my spoon and mix it all together. Now, what I like to do to thin it out a little bit so it covers the entire salad is I just take a little bit of water and add it to the dressing. And I'm actually gonna grab a fork. That will make things a little bit easier so I can really get it all mixed together. Okay, gonna give that a taste. Tastes good. I'm gonna add a little bit more. A little olive oil, a little bit more salt, and just a tiny bit of the raspberry preserves. I think that's gonna do it. Another thing that would also be really nice to add to this would be mustard. If you just put in a tiny little squirt of mustard, I think that would also add a bit of zest to it, but we're gonna keep this one on the sweeter side. That is perfect. Okay, now we can bring over our salad bowl here, and this has a mix of the Swiss chard, the spinach, the arugula. It's looking amazing and fresh, and a trick that I have for putting dressing on a salad is to go around the rim of the salad. So instead of dumping it on top and just kind of making everything soaked on top and then it's hard to mix, if you put it around the rim, that makes it super easy to blend together. So I just go like that. I know when I would make salads in the past and I would dump it on the top, it would be like soup in the middle, kind of like a volcano salad. It was so weird. And this is a life-changing tip. I'm telling you, if you make salads, you need to do this. Then I'm just gonna come in and give it a nice toss. Make sure everything is nice and coated. It just looks so pretty already. I love making salads because they just end up super colorful, they're good for you, and they're nice to look at too. So I'm just gonna set this aside, grab the chicken, because we need to show our chicken some love. So this looks really, really good. And adding meat to a salad is a great way to just kind of beef it up. And you can also do this with salmon. I think salmon or any kind of fish would be great with this. I'm just going to cut the chicken into strips. There isn't really anything scientific about it, just regular cutting here. And I want to know what salads you guys like. I know that it kind of takes a while to find a salad that you're really into. I know I was never really a salad person, and then I started experimenting in my kitchen using ingredients that I really love, and you can do anything with salads. You can put anything in them and it's never wrong. So I have the chicken sliced up here. It smells so good. It's nice and garlicky. I love me some garlic. I don't mind having excess garlic. Then you just have to add the chicken to the salad, so I'm just scooping it up here. And this is why it's important that you wait till your chicken is kind of cooled off, because you don't want to be burning your fingers. And then the last piece of chicken. Now all we have to do is add the avocado and the clementines here. And I actually want to snack on one of these because they're really good and I can't resist. Every time I make a salad, I always end up eating the clementines. Not gonna lie, this is the part that makes me a little bit nervous when I have to remove the pit from an avocado. But what you do is you take a knife and you just kind of stick it in there, give it a twist, and it pops right out. I don't know why, but it always just kind of makes me a little bit on edge. But we're all good here. And then I like to slice my avocados by just taking a knife and going directly in and then following the outside skin of the avocado. And it should just come right out into a slice like that. And then you can just drop them into your salad. And I don't like to make things look too perfect. I really like the rustic look, so kind of like it just came together on its own, like all of the ingredients danced into the bowl. I'm just a go with the flow type of person, and that's what I like my food to look like. So just putting all of these little avocado chunks in here. If I could, I would put like 5 avocados in a salad because I am from California and I feel like avocados are just in my blood because I grew up eating them from a very young age, and I actually didn't like them when I was younger, and I just ended up liking them because they were around so much. The last thing is to add the clementines, and if you don't want thick pieces like this, you can come in with a knife and just cut them in half and they'll be a little bit thinner, but I don't mind just kind of throwing them in. I like the bigger pieces because I also like to snack on them. So these just go in, and you can see the clementines just add a beautiful, beautiful color to the salad. This is where I get really excited. Another thing that's awesome in salads, pomegranates. If you have pomegranates, dump them into your salad because they add an incredible color. But look how pretty that is. I feel like avocados and oranges, how much more Californian can you get? So this is it for my salad. Oh my gosh, I can't stop myself from digging in. So I gotta create the perfect bite here. I need a little bit of chicken, some greens, avocado, and a clementine. That was incredible. You really get the sweetness from the raspberry dressing. Everything is nice and balanced. You have the creaminess from the avocado and then the heartiness of the chicken. So that is going to be it for my recipe today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you try this out yourself or if you experiment with your own salad, I want to see your photos. So be sure to send them in on Twitter and Instagram. And make sure you come back here to Pop Sugar Girls Guide for lots more recipes and I guess lots more me. I'll see you guys later. Bye.